Hey guys, welcome to the Life on Purpose podcast. It's Ella and Ella from Grow with the Flow. Here we explore all things personal growth and self-discovery.
We hope to inspire you, empower you to explore your growth, and to remind you that you're never alone. So let's get right into it. Let's grow. Hello, welcome back.
Hi guys, hope everyone's having a beautiful week and a excellent end of the month.
Yeah, it's the last day of May. That's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like Christmas was yesterday.
If you're new here, this is the Life on Purpose podcast with Ella and Ella from Grow with the Flow. We're so happy that you found us.
We're excited to share with you something a little bit new today. So if you've been following along on this podcast, you know that we love all things self-discovery and personal growth. And however that may come across or come out on the podcast, we love to share visualizations, meditations. We love to pull cards at the beginning of each episode. And today, being the end of the month of May, we felt called to do a reading, kind of like a forecast for the month of June, the month that's ahead, and kind of see what's in store for the collective, what's in store for you, what's in store for me. And hopefully there's something here today that you hear that resonates, that lights a fire and just gets you excited, or, you know, brings you some closure, something sweet.
Yeah, we chose a 6-card spread, and each card will have a question that goes along with it, and then the card will answer that question. So we really want you to tune in, maybe pause this episode if you can, and close your eyes and set an intention of what you need to be answered, maybe what you need to release in May, what you need to bring in the month of June, and then go through it from there.
Yeah. So we'll get started.
Perfect. Okay, so the first question is, what have I released?
So coming into June, what have you released?
Okay, so the card that we flip is, by the way, this is the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck by Lily Ashwell. It is so beautiful, and it's all about astrology. It has all of the planets, it has all of the signs, it has all of the houses. Anything to do with astrology, there's an associated card that goes along with it. So that's the one we chose. We felt really called to go with that one. So the first card that we flipped over was Fixed. So that answers the question, what have I released? So the energetics of this card are stability, persistence, loyalty, dependability. The experiences are a rhythm, a secure and established flow, and the shadow of this card is stubbornness. So the message is, clarify your intentions and remain patient with your process of becoming. Move forward with radical conviction, trusting that even that which seems chaotic or wrong weaves into your story of becoming. Release control while still showing up for yourself every step of the way. When you are grounded in integrity, you are exactly where you need to be. And remember, you are deeply loved and carried by your angels along your journey. They delight in your faith and send affirming signs and messages along the way. Keep your senses open to receiving them. This card being the first of many, trust in the path of your life.
So we want you to remember, guys, when you're hearing these messages, how is it? So for me personally, I kept thinking of what is it that I need to release as opposed to what have I released? So is there something currently in your life that's, you know, causing you some friction, or you're just kind of being forced to make space for it? Really lean into that, you know, even if it's something you haven't released quite yet, but you're aware that it's there and you're working on it. Take the message as it comes. Yeah. I know for me, when I heard stubbornness and like the need to control, that's like 1,000,000% something that I don't think I've completely released it, but I know it's something that once I focus on that and work on it.
That's definitely my interpretation of this card as well. It's like the picture on it is a hand that's up, like a stop, and it's fixed. So if there's anything that you know you need to like release, and you've kind of just been hanging on to it, this is your time to like identify that and let it go.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Okay, so card number 2, we are asking, where am I now? And the card that we pulled is the North Node. So the North Node, the energetics are destiny and fate. The experiences destined to have. So the message is, your angels support you in tapping into the undercurrent of your life story. Where is it trying to take you? Reflect on any common threads between your most identity-shaping experiences. Consider destiny as more of a preordained spiritual journey instead of a singular defined fate. See the hard fact happenings of your life as a secondary and the symbolic messages behind them as primary. Remember, life itself acts as a means, a vehicle toward the evolution of your soul. Are you working with life, surrendering into its current? Do you recognize closed doors as closed and walk through open ones? Are you swimming with trust towards your destiny or fighting against it? Regardless of where you find yourself, there are no mistakes. Life will always reroute to meet you. You are endlessly loved and supported.
That's a great message for where am I now. Just remember that you are exactly where you should be and that you're supported and loved. That's my interpretation of that.
100%. Everything that happens to us in our lives shape us and help us become the person that we are.
Yeah, and if that's something that you're experiencing and that you can't understand, just keep asking yourself, not why is this happening to me, but why is this happening for me? Maybe that would be a good question moving into the month. Okay, the next question is, what is emerging within me? So the card that we pulled for that is Virgo. A little love energy here. Okay, the energetics of this is integrity, reverence, and humility. The experiences are going inward, attention to detail, rituals, and being of service. And the shadow side of Virgo is overly perfectionist, self-critical, impossibly high standards. So the message is, in mythology, virgin energy means whole and complete. And similarly, Virgo, the virgin goddess, asks you to strip away the not you layers that clog your vessels. These may be unhealthy habits, toxic relationships, or damaging thought patterns. This cleansing force comes to guide your body, mind, and spirit back to its natural state of grace. This humble energy knows that the most profound way to create change is through small, consistent actions. So what are your daily embodied rituals? Are they in support of your higher self and ultimate purpose? Service your life so you may be of service to self, spirit, and others. Beautiful.
I love messages like that.
I love that so much.
And I love that they said, what's like service yourself.
Yeah.
Like do like a little routine checkup on how you're treating yourself and your relationship to yourself.
Yeah. So that was answering what is emerging within me. So if that resonates with you, like you need to just do a little self-care, some self-maintenance, give yourself a little love, go inward, create a little ritual going into June. Like that's all.
Little energy audit. Yeah. Maybe look at what was working in May versus what wasn't. Is there room to remove and make space before we add anything in? All those little sorts of habits and, like Ella said, rituals you can incorporate. Keep that in mind in the month of June.
Yeah, that's what's bubbling up right now for you.
So our fourth card is, what do I wish to grow? So whatever that may look like for you at this point of your journey, if it's personal growth, business, purpose, whatever it may be, where do we need to see some growth? What do I wish to grow? So the card is conjunction, and the energetics is just unity. Experiences are merging and coming together. You have angelic support in deepening your sense of peace within. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Can you recognize every choice you've made and experience you've had as one tiny step forward this exact moment? Can you make peace with the past, forgive yourself and others, release resentment and regret, and sprinkle a little grace on wherever you've been? Trusting your past will help you step into the present and face the future fearlessly with love and openness, and align you with your highest path. Remember, you are a dynamic, multifaceted being, not defined by any one accomplishment or failure, interest or belief, past experience or future dream. You are a brilliant, ever-changing, and undefinable culmination of it all. Embrace the beautiful person you are today through owning your full human story.
Love that. What do you wish to grow? What I got out of that was like, if there's any like partnerships or any like groups or clubs you want to join, like just anything that brings community into your life in June. That's what's calling our names.
There's definitely a big community vibe here. Union, coming together, merging, like Ella said, whether that's relationship or clubs or wherever you're connecting with other individuals.
That's what it's calling for the area of growth in your life.
Yeah.
I love that.
Definitely a strong message I got all the cards. The overarching theme for me I keep hearing is to release and really lean into, obviously, Virgo energy. So really checking in on your self-care, your energy, your personal space, but also releasing things that don't serve you. So resentment or whatever it is, acknowledging that part of you and
leaving it in May.
Yeah.
Leave it in May, baby.
We don't need it in June. We got too much going on in June.
We got summer vibes, summer dresses.
We're moving on.
Okay, number 5. How can I bring my goals and intentions to fruition?
Ooh, I want to know this.
So that I take that as like, if I'm trying to grow my relationships and my community, this is maybe how we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the card is Capricorn. Capricorn, the energetics: ambition, discipline, responsibility, experiences, hard work, earned respect, a sense of duty. Work for it.
I'm feeling this already.
Shadow, overly serious, relentless, driven, unfeeling. The message is, ambition can easily become dogged, and you're being called to a softer, deeper way to manifest. Creation, after all, requires both masculine and feminine energy. So, can you be diligent without pushing, determined yet open, focused while leaving space for the divine? This is where your efforts align with your soul and leave you feeling full. This is where you forsake fear and walk in trust, holding an outcomes particulars loosely and living with integrity, knowing the universe carries you in its loving current. That's good.
Yeah. That card was very loud for me. I felt that.
Like, the question was, how can I bring my goals and intentions to fruition? And oh my gosh, I'm getting goosebumps on the left side of my head. But I think, and I'm sure you guys have heard this a million times too, like we live in such a go morning routine, to-do list kind of thing, but it's like, if we try to bring more feminine energy to it and really lean into how we're feeling and leaning into our body and trusting in the divine and these kinds of things, those are just as powerful to bring your goals into fruition. Mm-hmm. That's like the big message that I got.
Yep. That you don't need to be constantly doing. That sometimes rest is equally as important, or taking that walk in nature to get inspiration or juices flowing is just as important as mopping the floors or ticking something off of your list in the morning. It's absolutely true.
Yeah, I love that so much.
And hard work, like, you know, we can come up with all these things, but if we need to actually embody them and take the inspired action. So if there's things that you've been thinking about that need attending to, maybe this is your sign to like, okay, what can we do to move the needle forward? Like, there needs to be some hard work put behind it, and ambition will be there, but this is what's going to actually help you make the next steps, is putting, you know, pen to paper. So our last question is, what additional resources are available to me as I manifest my goals? So what additional resources are available to me? And the card that we pulled here is the Yin card.
Which is, again,
the feminine, yeah. Energetics of the Yin card is femininity, spirituality, and receptivity. Experiences, going inward. Being, simply being. Trust and patience. So obviously there's a heavy theme here in the month of June. And the shadow is passive. So the message is, allow space for stillness. Release any pressure to perform or express. Travel inward and nurture your private world. Go for a gentle walk in nature. Sit for a warm cup of tea or take an afternoon nap. Anything that supports you in deep presence with self. You don't need to look outside yourself for definition or validation. Amen. Trust in this moment. Marinate in this magical space where anything is possible. As a light, long-term practice, consider your balance between yin and yang, your spiritual life and your physical life. Both vital energies ebb and flow within. As two sides of creation, do you feel a harmonious balance?
Yeah, that's just repeating it for me.
That was confirmation right there that the resources available to us are already within us. We don't need... This is a huge theme. This has been a theme for the month of May, I feel like, for us. You don't need permission to feel the way that you're feeling, to take and honor yourself and have these moments and these practices that are going to benefit your personal growth. So if, like the card said, it's a walk in nature, what is it that your soul is calling you to do right now? What feels like the right next step? Not what does your logical mind think is the right next step. What do you feel like you need in this moment?
So that's it for our new month manifestations tarot spread. I actually really enjoyed that.
I love looking into the month ahead and kind of helping or having, the spread and the divine and just sitting with creating an intention for the month. So whether it jumped out at you and it was super clear, or maybe there was one thing that you heard and you're like, you know what, I'm going to focus on that, or that's going to be in the back of my mind throughout the month.
Yeah.
There's no wrong way to go about this.
Yeah, let us know if you like that, if you want more stuff like that. We just love to hear from you guys and chat with you guys. So head over to our Instagram at gwtf.club to start a conversation with us and let us know. We'll have the link in our bio. And yeah, the last thing we wanted to talk about was our life purpose readings. We've started offering these readings as of last week.
We're getting a lot of great feedback. You can actually book with us through our link in the Instagram bio or in the show notes below. We do have limited spaces left, so if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, go book yourself in.
Yeah, it's something really different and unique that Ella and I have created. We're just so obsessed with self-discovery and soul discovery. So like the human side of things and the soul side of things. And we've just created this way to bring it all together and do these readings and hopefully create these light bulb moments for you guys and just create magic. And at the end, you kind of have a takeaway of like, okay, this is what I need to do to get a little bit closer to those breadcrumbs that light me up, that bring me joy. Yeah, so just because you guys are our loyal listeners and we love you so much, we wanted to offer our listeners a 25% discount. We'll have the code also in the show notes, so just put that in at checkout and then we'll send you a link to book. We are booked out a few weeks in advance, so get your spots in a few weeks from now. Just grab those spots before they fill up, and we're so excited.
Thank you guys. We hope you enjoyed this, and we'll chat with you next week.
Bye.